Alright, so looking at number 11, it asks us to write this in a linear model. So remember, linear means mx plus b, because that's the equation of a line. So typically we need to find the slope and the y-intercept. So we can find the slope if we have 2 points. So reading this word problem, I can have 1 point. I have 45-year-olds that are making $51,802. And then I have 55-year-olds making $66,780. So I can first calculate the slope by subtracting my y's over my x's. So I can say 66780 minus 51802 divided by 55 minus 45. So I can say whatever that is divided by 10. So 66780 minus 51802 gives me 14978. So if I divide that by 10, I'm going to move the decimal one place over, giving me a slope of 1,497.8. So let's look at our answer choices and see if just by locating the slope, if we can eliminate any answer choices. All right, so I see this one has the right slope. This one has a negative slope, so that one wouldn't be it. And also looking at this answer choice. Those two, we can rule out right away that those are not the right answers, and we're looking at possibly B or D, and we need to find the correct y-intercept. So we can pick one of these points and go in a different color. We can pick one of these points, and we have an X, we have a Y, and we have an M, and we can plug everything in to solve for our new y-intercept. So Y of 51802 is equal to our M that we solved of 1497.8. Our X is 45, and we're solving for the new B. So 1497.8 times 45 is 67401. So to get B by itself, we would have to subtract 67401 to both sides. And when I do that, I get negative 15,599. So that's my y-intercept, or my B. So looking at these two answer choices, this one's going to be my correct answer because it has the correct slope that I just solved for, and it has the correct y-intercept that I just solved for. Number 12 wants to know which ones are completely factored. So looking at A, it looks like I started to factor by grouping, but I did not continue to take these two and say 5 plus 3, and then if I have 2 of these, I'm only going to use 1 as my answer, so that would be the fully factored form of that. So this one is not fully factored. Looking at B, I don't think I can factor that any further, but we'll keep looking at the answer choices. Looking at C, remember that the first rule of factoring is to find a GCF, and I can take an X out of each of those, and leaving that with X minus 16, so that one's not fully factored, so I can rule that one out. And this one's a trinomial, so I know that I could set this up like this and continue to solve that one and factor that one. So I know that one's not fully factored, so B would be our final answer on that one. Looking at number 13, it's asking for the perimeter of a square. So if we have a square and one side is 5 plus n, we know that because it's a square, all sides are going to be 5 plus n. And it wants to know the perimeter, so we need to add all 4 of these up. And a simple way, instead of adding 5 plus n, we can multiply 5 plus n by 4. And when we do that, we get 20 plus 4n. So looking at our answer choices, this one right here, the 4n plus 20 is going to be our correct answer.